Okay, so I have been guided to give some extra readings here in between the horoscope leg. So there may be some people out there who are not really resonating with the horoscopes, or may not follow it or whatnot, but may be looking, and the need for advice needs to come through another reading, basically, is the sense they're giving me. So I'm going to do that. I put it in as a crisis reading, and I just sat down and I'm like, I don't like that vibration. So I'm going to change it to a crucial reading. Somebody may need this information in order to move forward. Enlightened is the sense we get here. So I've got my divine universal cards here that I'm using, my new ones. They have a very good vibe to them, so I'm going to start with them. I have a few on deck here waiting to, if we need to, expand on them. And I've also got what I call bumper cards that kind of end the reading with an energy that sits with you. And for those, I've got the numerology, the divine animals, and the TLC cards. So I'm just going to get started. I did pre-shuffle and I cut, so I'm just going to start flipping here. And then we'll go ahead. So this is just an energy reading for anyone who it fits, really. Anyone who may be needing it, or someone's needing it and I'm going to supply, is basically what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to start with 4 cards and then we'll go from there. Okay, the first card we get with the divine deck again is the strength card. A need to overpower something. Again, my energy report is basically trying to advise people, do not try to overpower, but just lead in your own power and go forward. If someone wants to join you, they feel free to do that, and if they don't, they can feel free to fall off. Now, this is the senses beyond that advice. We may not be in this mode. We may be in a mode where we're trying to change or adapt something or keep something that doesn't want to be kept, this kind of thing. So we are in a struggle here, is the sense that I do get. We are, universal energies are really trying to impact you on the instinct side. They're trying to fill you up with instinct, but for some reason there is something above and beyond here that is countering the intuition. Okay, so we'll move forward. So that's the first card. Next card is 3 Cups. That's about indulgence, happy times, meeting with people that we're joyful to meet with. That's a good, happy enjoyment card, indulgence. This can also speak to romantical situations as well, indulging in that area quite highly. Okay, we'll move forward. Next card, yeah, 4 Cups coming back up again here. And this card, I actually dived into the book here a little bit, dove into the book to look at this a little deeper. Intuitively led, I guess. And basically, I wanted to make sure I had the right element there, and I did, but I didn't expand on it enough through the reading. And basically the sense here is, this woman is so focused on the looks of these things in front of her that behind her is salvation in a way, but she is not paying attention to that. And that's, I feel, very directly connected to the strength card. Because it's like we are focused on the wrong direction here, yet there's something in the background here that can make everything wonderful, great and wonderful, but we just don't see it. And usually this card is attached to the ego highly, right? It's something here our ego wants and we want, and the opportunity may be here to take that, but our instinct may be telling us otherwise, but we are focused on kind of the wrong thing. Okay, now in the book it expands on the bird in the background, saying this bird has the ability to revive life with its song. but none of these do because they're porcelain or whatever, right? They're just kind of, they're pretty, but they don't move, they don't sing. And I mean, even though they look like they're singing, they are made of glass or whatever it is there. Gold, maybe. But the one behind her can, but she's not looking in that direction. So I feel the situation here is we are struggling to gain something for our ego, is really what I'm getting. Now, I feel the need to express this as well. There was a point here in the last year, and it could have been just last week for some people, where we had an opportunity to kind of drop our ego into humble, right? Where we where we could have made a more balanced, egoless decision, and we did not. And it's almost like now we're fighting an uphill battle in that way, because it's like sustaining that ego is going to be really hard from here on in. We had a chance here to kind of drop it off and go in another direction and just be humble with things and be free, in a sense, of that chain that's pulling us back. And this, I'm metaphorically going here, because it could be a relationship, could be a job, could be anything that's holding you back. And this is really what I feel. It is, universally, it is holding this person back. But this person feels, this is what I need to go forward, but they can't see ahead of themselves enough. And that's the ego. It's like, I want this. It's shiny. It's glittery. I want it. So that's the Four of Cups there, sitting. Very serious energy. I get a very stern. And I can't even remember now which reading it was. I think it was the Leo. A stern energy of something flashy here. You know, are we going to go for it? So this is very much a lesson-based situation here. Okay, the fourth card we have is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords, we have this woman hiding under a donkey pelt or whatever. Hiding from our, pain, sorrow, trying to kind of get away from things. It's interesting, because the Four of Cups, I feel like going out and reaching out in a certain direction, and here is very much reclusing from everything. The Eight of Swords is really about stress and anxiety to a degree that we feel like we're trapped, but the answer is there. It's just we refuse to accept the answer, and I very much get that from the Strength card as well that we started with. I feel like it wouldn't be such a struggle if we just, and it may have a lot to do with our ego. It may have a lot to do with pride and prestige and this kind of thing. So we do feel trapped. We do feel limited, though we are truly not. The answer is there. But the answer that could save us is something we are not accepting at this point. So we're going to continue forward here. So that's the first line. I'm going to go a line of 4 and then just run it through. So I'll review. So we started with the Strength card. Again, trying to overpower something. Trying to push something in a direction that universally is not supported. So this is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. And this is what this person is coming across, or persons. The next card, the Three of Cups. There's a sense here of this makes me happy, and for the time being it will, but it just does not have the ability to sustain over time. But for the time being it will. It will make us happy, and it will be something where we can share, and it's truly, because the Three of Cups does, there's an excitement there. Oh, like long lost people that you haven't seen for a while, bringing them in, and all of this. But with the Four of Cups next to it, we got to watch. We got to be on our, because it's almost like we may be trying to let go of something. It's like we're going in the wrong direction. We're trying to let go of something in our past that really was for our highest good. We had an instinct telling us, but our ego wants to go in another direction. And where are we following? We're following our ego, because we think it's going to make us happy. And then the Eight of Swords is, well, we're going in this direction, but we're unhappy. And they're going, that's because we're not following our instinct. Our instinct truly does know for our highest good. Things that you don't see in your reality and whatnot. And they're going, well, we can drop everything, go back, or, go in this direction, but the ego will not allow this. The ego is saying, no, I want my happy, and I think my happy's here, and they're going, okay, away you go. But again, that happy may not be there forever, is the sense I'm getting. And we may create a scenario here where we think we're locked in now, we may be locked in for good. We may not have any more options that our instinct can hook us up to anymore. We want this celebration and this, and it may be someone deciding whether they want to kind of give up the party life and whatever, and they're going, no, I don't want to, I want to go. So you're free to go, but opportunities are not going to last, is the sense, in either direction. If we move in this new direction where everything's golden and wonderful, there's something there. The sense they're giving me is an energy drop. We may be happy and fine for 3 to 6 months, and then all of a sudden things are going to switch. And if we, and we choose not to go back, there could be an energy switch on the other end. The cornerstone that we're at here, the crossroads we're at, will not come back again. It's the sense they're giving me. We have a choice here. We made our choice. Now this is the direction we're going. It may seem great and wonderful at this time, but in the future, things are going to change. And we will not have this crossroads again. So they want to make you aware of that. Because we're really on a happy vibe here. And I do feel for that person. They do feel that this is going to make them happy. And this is but the universal energies don't support. Their instinct is yelling at them, no, don't go here. They're fighting that. They're fighting that. Okay? Okay, next row here. Am I going to? No. Okay, I'm just going to keep going off the top. Oh, man, I tell you, this, I keep forgetting. Keep forgetting. Volume off, Shauna, volume off. It's not one reading do I go through that it doesn't. Okay, reminder. Okay, so on top of the Strength card, Page of Wands. That is about new energy, new momentum going forward, and excitement. It can be exciting news. I feel like that's what got this person going in this direction, whether you're masculine or feminine. I feel like there was some exciting news come forward and got you going on a tangent, and away you go. And it may be about a celebration or gatherings with people. Again, day and age, but whatever. This is what I'm getting. A gathering with people that we are excited about. We want to go. We want to be involved. We want to get in there and do things. So that's the Page of Wands. They're all about excitement, new things. Let's go. So that's that. Okay, on top of the Three of Cups, we get the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is about new relationships, being wrapped up in new relationships. This bunny is coming in, wrapping the red cord around this guy's feet. Naively so, right? They give the naivety high in this card. And also the amount of moons there. It's kind of like we're floating in La La Land a little bit. But it's all good, because this is what makes us happy. Okay? So there's somebody here really involving themselves in something here where they feel good and happy and fun and vibrant. Again, not for their highest good, but this is where we're going. But along with this, we're going to have an entanglement. Now, the Page of Cups, as I was reading, I was kind of skimming over the cards as well. Page of Cups can also indicate a same-sex relationship. I want to bring that forth because there's a lot of people through these cards, they don't include that whole scene where we have people, even though we say it, masculine or feminine, there's no cards to kind of relay that per se. This card does, and from this deck I'm going to shout that out because there's a whole universe of people here that are getting skimmed over. Okay, so the Page of Cups, so that's it. So it may be someone here that is kind of getting wrapped up in a same-sex relationship That is, that's the exciting news. We got a news that either they're in town or they're coming our way, or yeah, they feel the same, or something connective like that coming about this person. Yeah, okay, it's on, you know, away we go. So that brings out a sense of adventure, and this is all this happy, bubbly cloud is really fogging up our instinct, because there may be flags going on here. Okay, so 4 cups, and again, this is, oh, what pretty things, right? So it may be superficial as well. We may be going by looks here alone and not really taking the character into account of what we're stumbling into. And that's really what I feel gets uncovered down the road here. Because they say there's an energy drop. It's like we realize the character of this person. We may like the looks, but the character is like, oh, kind of deal breaker, right? So this may be what's going on. Now on top of that one, we get the 2 of Swords. Yeah, indecision. Give me a minute. Nah, this can be a crossroads type card as well. No. There's a lot of fiery energy here. Though this is Swords, it speaks to air. They got a lot of fire here coming from the bottom. The action adventure. I feel like as soon as we get, oh, exciting news, we get this partner. Oh yeah, they're beautiful. Let's go. Let's party. Boom. 2 of Swords comes in and stops things. Somehow, energetically, it stops. Is that us recognizing that, yeah, they may look good, but, you know, there's more things here to deal with? It is right under that ego-ish kind of card. There's a complication here, I feel it, but I need more cards. So we're going to move on to the 8 of Swords. Again, talking about the energy of feeling trapped when we truly are not, because it's like we chose a direction and the energy's flowing in that direction, and now all of a sudden we can't back out, is the sense I get. And they're going, yes, we can. We just walk in the other direction. We just change our mind. We can change our mind. You know, it's a free world kind of thing, is the sense. But our ego is saying, well, you know, pushing us in a way here. But yet there's an energy of the 2 of Swords stopping us. Like, I don't know if it's a realization or not. Okay, on the 8 of Swords, what do we get? 9 of Swords. Oh, no. Okay, more stress and anxiety. That's just an amp up, right? 8 of Swords is kind of like, oh, what do I do here? Da, da, da. And then the 9 of Swords on top of that amps it up to crisis point here. I use the word. A crucial point where we need to make a decision. I'm going to expand on a couple cards here with a different deck. I'm going to go back to the 2 of Swords because there's energy here that it's kind of blocked for me. So we're going to see if we can open that up here. 2 of Swords, because I feel like a block there. Now that could be a personal block that we carry, or something about the other person that blocks us, like, whoa, wait a minute. And I feel like it could be a, you know, or a mixture of both. Something, or maybe a deal breaker comes through here. Okay, one more. Okay, so the 2 of Swords, what do we get here? We get the 10 of Swords. My God, 8, 9, 10. So it seems like we're in a situation here where, forgive me if I'm wrong, we either are with someone that continuously stabs us in the back and we decide to stay with it, and they continually do it till the point where we can't have it no more, or we go in a direction here where we get, again, red flags. It's not red flags. It's red swords coming at us. We're getting hurt here heavily. And we just are not listening. We're going from the 8 to the 9 to the 10. It's done. We need to finish it. So there's an energy of refusing, right? We started with the Strength card. Forgive me, I get wrapped up in these energies and it gets frustrating. But we started with the Strength card. The energy of overpowering, overturning something that is meant to go in a certain way. And it may be a relationship that is meant to split, but we're forcing it together. There may have been some exciting news about a partner, and again, including same-sex partners as well, but not exclusively. And we may have some exciting news, and it may feed our ego to go in this direction with this partner. Is this our partner? I don't feel like the person's energy that I'm picking up on here is exclusive to anyone. I feel like they're lightly dating people or just single, okay? So they're tapping into areas here. But there's someone we're connected to that continually does us wrong, to the degree that we should maybe go in another direction. But the sense here is we're going back because why? Because somehow this person either feeds our ego. Yeah, feeds our ego. Or we have a perception of this person as doing us good in some way, and we just can't let go of that, right? It could be as low as for someone's, they have a trophy person for their looks. They need that person on their arm to look good. Again, very superficial stuff here. Very. But this is what they're going with. And that's going to create havoc because, one, the person does us no good. It's not for our highest good. And we're seeing this highly, but we're refusing to look at that. And there may have been a better option that we kind of set aside in order to go in this direction. And when we go in this direction, we get continually beat upon. And I'm saying that figuratively, meaning we are getting stabbed in the back in a way that hurt. They keep hurting us in ways that are harder, stronger, you know. And we just keep going back there. That's okay. Just keep going. But we got pain coming upon us. So there's a sense here of needing to make a decision, and the Ten of Swords comes on there. It's like we're going to have to make a decision. It's going to have to end. Not because this person wants it to, though, which is sad, but because we've gotten to the stress and anxiety level that we cannot take it anymore. So what's going to happen? I'll pull one more. Judgment. Yeah, oh yeah. Universal. Now, resurrecting, and this may be a cycle of going back and getting stabbed, going back, getting stabbed, going back, getting stabbed, getting convinced to go back, lovey-dovey phase, and then they do it again, whatever it is, or they do something different and it still hurts, and all of this stuff. So this is going on, and they are telling me wipe this slate and start fresh. So with the Judgment card, and I'm using my little purple deck here, to we get the Ten of Swords and the Judgment card. Yeah, because Judgment really is universe. I mean, it doesn't fit in the tarot that the Tower is right there, but I feel like a Tower moment. This is in and amongst kind of a crisis moment. What do you know? Crisis. For this person, it's very stressful, but I don't know that they're seeing the easy way out. The easy way out is just turn away from the pain. The person that's causing this the pain, we need to go in a different direction. This is not an option for them. So we may be married, have family, you know, a lot of family invested in us staying together, so much so that we take our feelings out of the mix. This is a very harsh 8, 9, 10 of Swords, a very harsh energy. So either one person or the other is very much giving us energy that is absolutely against. So it is interesting to me with what I sense here. And we may have someone here in a relationship with this backstabber and then seeing someone on the side in a same-sex relationship. Okay? This is also kind of wafting in here. So we may have two relationships, whether it's bisexual or not. I get a masculine and feminine relationship, and this is where the backstabbing is. And then I get someone going outside with the same sex. And that's really gonna, help them. Well, it doesn't help them because it's all about deception here. It's almost like we're doing it. We're going out to have an affair with someone else to get back at the partner. But why don't we just leave the partner? Then it's all taken care of. We don't have to deal with none of it. But this is not what's happening. There's a magnet. So I don't know if this person's got karma to whatever. We are definitely incurring karma. I feel that by going out. The person that's going out to the same-sex partner, they're incurring karma at this point. And we might have been at a point here where we served our karma, but I feel like we're incurring karma in the past one as well. So, okay, give me a minute here. Yeah, they're going, we have passed the point where we have finished our karmic pattern with the partner that we were with. I feel like that's the solid here. I feel like we had a karmic pattern here where we paid our dues. We paid our debts. Each one. We're good to go. Did we leave? No. Nobody left. So now we're just incurring more karma. And this is why we're feeling like we can't leave, because we're just trashing everything here energetically. It's all mixed back up again. And the sense is, the earlier, the sooner we get out of this backstabbing behavior, the better. And this, unfortunately, this Page of Cups here, this same-sex relationship, I feel like that's just a rebound. Somebody that's being used to hurt the other. But unbeknownst to the person, this is a crisis point, isn't it? Because they're going, we could stop, go to the same-sex partner and start above board there and start making amends and work in one direction and get rid of, resist the other one, and we can start balancing our energy back out because we truly care. Or if we continue in the same manner, this is what they're telling me, we're really going to start falling for that person, the same-sex relationship outside of us. We're really going to fall for that person and end up harming that relationship and never ever get the chance to get it back. And then we're stuck with two negatives. We're going to burn this bridge, and that bridge that we're in is already burning in flames, and we're just standing on the thing watching it. Instead of walking away and moving where things aren't in flames, we're just standing there watching the flames. So this is the sense here. It's kind of nonsensical. I gotta stop judging. But the thing is where's our happy? If it's with this partner outside of the relationship, then, deal with the relationship that you're in and end that. Have the courage to do that, no matter what the peanut gallery says. And by that, I mean your social circles, your family. They're not living your life you are. There's so much energy for this. Nobody can grab the courage to do what they want to do. So they're going to suffer all their lives with a person that they don't love and let them go. This is what's happening. And it may be the same sex, so we may have problems. We may be in the closet. Don't want to know. Don't want to tell anybody that we're either bisexual or whatever. But I do feel like the relationship that we have that is backstabbing is a male-female relationship. So, hopefully we can get out of this in some kind of manner. And optimally, the thing to do is if we are not making headway in the relationship, which is a strong sense of what I feel, we're just like kids trying to make the other one feel more pain at this point, which is just the devil's triangle here spinning down. You're just dealing with negative energies, and it's going to be hard to come out of that. And I feel like they had an out point here already. The universe gave them an out. They didn't take it. They just jump right back in and start fighting again. They could have walked away clean and clear. And it may have been the opportunity to deal with this relationship on the outside legit. Meaning, it could have been like, okay, you know what? maybe I need to go in this direction with this person I love and I care for them, and I don't love and care, and just cut the ties and away you go. But we didn't do that. We're continuing both, but they're going, there's negative energy everywhere. It's going to infect the new relationship. And we may not feel right now, we may be feeling, oh, this is just a rebound, but we're going to feel more for this partner outside of the relationship. And if we continue both, the resentment's going to build on the other person. And they're going to ruin that relationship as well. I'm not going to have nothing. Nothing. There would have been a road here, now it's not. So this is really what's going on. So the Ten of Swords is going to come to a head here in some kind of way. Somebody's going to blow. The Judgment's coming down universally. And the sense is here, we're getting instinct for it. So they know what they need to do. They just refuse to see that as an answer they want to take. They don't want to make that answer. But it is for their highest good. So, okay, carry on. So I'm going to clean these cards out. We're going to shuffle a little bit and give a little bit more. And then go from there. This heavy duty. I don't know if it's going to be a different energy or what the deal is here, but we're going to see. Yeah, this is a crisis point. I do feel much more time passes, 3 to 6 months in this. It's just, there's not going to be an option. We're going to be wrecking relationships all over the place. So the sense is, if we're happy and we're finding peace and serenity within this partnership, then nurture that. But the thing is, don't nurture both. Go and cut one off and say, look, this is not working. Like, it's not going to be a shock. No, it's not going to be a shock to these people. We know, everybody around us knows we're like squabbling teenagers. This is the thing. It's not a shock. Maybe, the denial, I don't know why, really. It's superficial reasons. It's our egos keeping us together, and that's just a big mess. So this is something that really needs to be looked at here. The warning is, be careful, we're going to lose everything. But the thing is, we don't want to keep, there's certain things we don't want to keep, and there's certain things we do want to keep, and in the future you may not have a choice. It'll be done for you, is the sense I'm getting, because of your behavior. So be careful what karma you're incurring here. Like backstabbing behavior and what you accept. Put your boundaries and limitations up to those that are doing this to you. Or if you are going outward, no. That is a no. You don't do that. Did you incur karma? Then you can pay it off. It ain't so fun when it comes down the road, paying it off. Okay, here we go. Let's see what energy we get here. 1, 9 of Cups, happily single. Okay, there's the fresh air, right? Breath of fresh air. This is what they want you to do. If you are not happy where you are, no matter what the scenario, being happily single can give you everything that you want. Again, we could have people here that are afraid to be alone. Yeah. And that's why they're staying. Well, that's an awful reason to stay, because being alone can be a great and wonderful thing if you know how to do it right. Next card. So again, we're with the Divine Tarot. I'm kind of saying that for my own. I don't get lost when I'm editing. 9 of Coins there. He's a watermelon. That's like... yeah, okay, songs nowadays. But anyway, the lush life, right? And the thing is that we can live that on our own. We can be single, individual, happy, abundant. This person may not be only taking you down in energy, but they could be taking you down financially. It really is all connected energetically. When we start feeling that tug, in the stomach, like turning, it goes in all directions. Anyway, the 9 of Coins is about abundance. It's about being alone but not lonely. And it's about the abundance of the world and being happy financially. We're not quite the 10 yet, but we're well on our way, and we're self-sufficient. So the sense here is this person really doesn't have a reason, like a financial reason, to stay with this relationship, is the sense I'm getting. So if you're feminine, you are very self-sustaining. So you could leave and very easily make it on your own, because you've got the abundance there behind you. So that's the sense. And they are giving me a say we would be happy because we'd have a lot off our shoulders. Neither one of these people really want to be in the relationship, but they're kind of doing it for somebody else. For visual purposes, for spectators outside. This is what I'm getting. It's like a show. They're showing me like a show and a big circle of people around looking at them. Meanwhile, there's nothing to see here. It's, you know, but they're keeping putting on the show for everybody else, but meanwhile they're completely unhappy. So that's just not worth it, that stuff. And again, the energy is we're rolling around in bitterness and resentment and anger and throwing swords at each other. Like, what kind of life is that? Next card is the Seven of Coins. This is kind of an interesting card in this deck. The Seven of Coins is usually, we've put a lot of work and effort into something. And sometimes we have to wait for results. Usually it's a tree, and this guy's sitting there. You know, he's planted it. He's put water in it. He's put fertilizer, all that. Now it's just a matter of waiting for things to bear fruit, really. So that is the Seven of Coins energy. Now, just give me a minute to tap into this card. Because there's a sense here of just waiting and watching. And again, what did I say? Our burning bridge. I'm getting that from here. It's literally a bridge between two people and it's on fire. Give me a minute. Yeah, and the sense they're giving me is that stalemate energy again. Neither one of us wants to give in to this relationship, meaning admit defeat, leave it, all of this. So if it is an egoic relationship, meaning we're highly in our ego, highly superficial, really not in it for us, but other people are driving the boat here. We don't want to give up control. We're coming to the end here. We've had enough. Somebody's had enough. Okay, but the sense is I don't want to have enough. I don't want to let it go, even though I know it's bad for me. I know we're not getting along. I know there's like irreconcilable difference. We can't make headway here. We can't compromise. Neither one of us is going to change our tune. It's not working. But both kind of sitting in it. Okay, this is what I'm getting. But there's a single energy that wants to come forth here. So what do we get after that? The Sun. Okay. Yeah. Now, the Sun is about the energy of, you know, being large and in charge and happy and wonderful and seeing a prosperous future. It may be that simply stating, you know, we do have to burn a bridge here in one direction or another. And it's either going to be with the person we go to or the person we leave, whatever. It depends on the timing. So, in other words, like I was saying earlier, this links, but it's the difference, the switch up of the energy. When we decide to make that motion forward, in whatever way. The Sun card is about looking to the future with a better optimism, happy, joyful energy. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel here. Now, the sense is if we go in the direct, we're really going to be moved out of this relationship, no doubt. Even though we don't want to. This is for our highest good. The universe is going to get what they want. Which means we got to get her out of there, her or him, out of there, because they are not happy. And we cannot have that. We need people happy. And the Sun is here to say we get there. How we get there is a mystery. But the sense is here, something happens drastic. Okay, let's go another card here because I feel like we got to fill some stuff in. Okay, Knight of Cups. There's a new character now. What did we have before? We had the Page. That's interesting. We had the Page of Cups. Now, this is a calm, gentle man here who... give me a minute here. Yeah, like he's gentle and he moves forward. someone else comes into the mix. Now, give me a minute. Is this... Because there was a Page of Cups, right? And I said same-sex relationship. Now, even though he's the Page... Yeah, we grow. That's what they said. We grow through this relationship. So this is the same-sex relationship that I'm getting. Now, again, it may not be same-sex for everybody, but I'm just going to say it that way because that's what I'm getting. But the relationship outside of the chaos that we got in a marriage or a relationship or whatever, because I feel like the main relationship is the one in chaos. We're just backstabbing, everybody's doing whatever, and I feel like, you know, there's no loyalties, nothing. Now, this Knight of Cups is the development of the relationship that we have on the side. So the one on the side, we see great joy in this person. We see great potential. We see great things. And the sun is shining on that person to get us out of this relationship. But what we're doing, instead of getting out of the relationship and moving into that, we're just keeping both. And they're going, no, end one and go to the one. Because we cannot, again, it'll end. If we keep both and we continue in this way, this Knight of Cups will end. And that's your happy. For now, that's your happy. And they want you to feel that 100%. They don't want you 50-50 with chaos. Get rid of the chaos and go 100% in your happy. Okay? So that's what it is. The Knight of Cups is the development of the Page of Cups relationship into something that is of a heartfelt nature. The Cups is all about heart, and it is all about expressing, and it is all, and that may be something we just don't see in our own relationship. We don't get that. What's the heart? What's feelings? When's the last time we talked about how you feel and how I feel? Maybe never in the relationship before. Unless it's I'm angry, right? And you piss me off, and da-da-da-da-da. So I feel like the Seven of Coins now that I've got the whole row there, I feel like that's the other person. That's the Knight of Cups waiting for you to get out of that relationship because they know you're married or they know. Again, bitterness and resentment, that flame can get higher, but not in a good way. It can be bitterness, resentment, like, because you're making me wait and you're not really... It's kind of like one of those people that promise, yeah, I'm going to get out of the relationship, and then they just never do. This kind of thing. And then that's really going to burn into a potential, like, screw you, I'm out of here. Like, you're not going to leave, and, you know, you were just playing me all along, so this is what, right? This is the blowout. So we could end up blowing everything to smithereens if... we're not getting grounded with reality here, really. We're not grounding in reality that our relationship is done. And now we're just hurting each other. We're just staying and hurting each other. And a little bit of saddest energy there. Like, I'm going to make him feel pain and he's going to regret and da-da-da-da. This kind of stuff, not good, not good. It's all on the wrong side of the tracks. But there's salvation in this new relationship that you're kind of starting on the outside. And in order to evolve, this person's waiting, but they're not going to wait forever. And they're not going to put up with any crap. Because they see you in chaos. And they're going, I don't want no part of that. But I like this person. But I'm only going to wait for so long. And I'll be off. And you may lose everything. And I do feel, you know, the Knight of Cups, that's a lot of emotion coming that way. And the sun is shining on that, saying the universe does support this relationship. But you cannot support two relationships at once. In that way, Nine of Cups, we may end up single here. But what road we take, okay? Now I'm going to pull four more here. On top of the Nine of Coins, that's that single and loving it card. Abundance as well. And I feel for this person is, there's really given me a sense here that we just do not have any financial motivation to stay. We are self-sufficient on our own, if not the breadwinner. We may make more than our partner or potential to do so, and da-da-da. So that's what that says to me is, you know, being on the side of using that as an excuse is just not. And then the Seven of Coins is I feel, you know, the chaos still erupting between the partners. And the person outside kind of waiting and going, okay, I'm going to wait, but I ain't waiting forever. And I'll tell you, if this blows into any more chaos, it's like this person loves the chaos more than they love the other partner outside. And this partner is seeing that. They're going, look at them fight. They're chaos machine. I don't want that. So they're starting to see what the character is. Like they're starting to wake up to that. And again, but there's growth here, but it's got to be worked on. The sun is shining. So, okay. So the Nine of Coins on top of the independence, financial stability you may have. We have the Ten of Wands, and that's that's that burdening card, right? That's overwhelming, like I can't take no more. We have a skull here where the roots of a tree are growing out of. It's like I can't take no more. Everything is at a crux point here. Yes, this is a crisis reading. But yet I see they're making me aware of those purple flowers in the background. But they go, look how they're not able to see them behind them. They're not able to see. And the sense here is that we may be caught up in chaos to the degree that it's burdensome. It is burdensome. This whole relationship is burdensome. We just have to make up our mind to go in one direction or the other. So 10 of Wands, that is a breaking point. We, okay, we've had enough. We're going to break free here. Okay, on the 7 of Coins, this is about waiting. I feel like it is about the partner outside of you somewhat waiting for things to go wherever they go. And I do feel like this person is somewhat open-minded and they're going, well, they may be even in a hold point. I don't have the Hangman or whatever, but they may be in a hold point here where they're going, I'm just going to let you figure it out. And they slowly backing away to the point where they don't even want it anymore. On top of that, we get the Ace of Swords. And that speaks to truth and clarity. In this deck here, we've got a web, right? That's the web. These two people that are in the relationship creating chaos for each other, they have made a web that they feel they cannot get out of. And the thing is, they just have to keep themselves from climbing all over it. Just drop off it and go on the ground or whatever. Cut through it. They've got the power to do that, but neither one of them are doing it, and they're just caught up in negativity. It's like devil energy that they're trying to piss each other off, and it's like, where does this get you? First of all, the universal energies are going, okay, there's a negative, and then you got to pay that shit off. It ain't fun when you got to pay it off. But they're not taking tally of this at all. They're just going, I want that person to feel pain. I want them to feel pain. I want them. So they both stay together. And essentially going down. Okay, so the Ace of Swords, that's about a truth. I feel like the person outside here, that someone's kind of either leading on or keeping on the sidelines here. I feel like the person outside is starting to see the truth of the situation here. These two may never leave each other. And I may never this isn't going to work. And they're starting to see the chaos. That chaos drives these people more than love. And they're starting to see that. And that ain't fun either. And they're going, wait a minute. Poof. Okay, now the sun. Where does the sun shine? Let's expand on that one. We get the 8 of Coins. And the 8 of Coins is about, determination to move forward and go forward. Unfortunately, I'll give you a minute here. What direction are we working for? Her hands, her feet are all bloody because she's dealing with barbed wire. She's trying to put together these pentacles. And they just said it's futile because what we're working towards is the chaos. And that's what's going to get bigger. Until we drop the attention to the chaos, nothing in our life is going to make sense here. But again, this is under the sun. So let's go under the Knight of Cups. Now, I feel like that is the person on the side. What do we get there? Ooh, Knight of Swords. Interesting, because the Knight of Cups is coming in to the left, and the Knight of Swords is going out to the right. Give me a moment. Okay. Sorry. Basically, this third person's taken off. is the sense they're giving me. Because they're seeing it for what it's worth. These two are stuck in a chaos factory. And they're just pumping out the chaos. We didn't see that this person, because they're watching the person go into the chaos factory, do their 8 hours and come out. They're watching this happen. And they're going, wait a minute. They're putting a lot of work in it. They want to go to the chaos factory. Every day, 9 to 5, they're going in the chaos factory. And they're producing chaos. This isn't what I want. So I feel like the person on the side is going, wait a minute, this is not what I want. I don't want someone who has invested that much in making others' lives miserable. This isn't what I wanted. So that person that was going outside of the relationship was really trying to veil themselves in something they truly weren't. Meaning, they were trying to look like a non-chaos machine when they truly were a chaos machine, and this is what's going on. And now that person on the side has finally realized, whoa, that's chaos, man. I want peace. I want serenity. That ain't nothing of what I want. This ain't a match. Okay, so this is what is in realization. Now the work here on the 8 of Coins as well might also be how hard they're working. Their fingers to the bone to cover up the fact that, I actually want chaos, not peace and serenity. Okay? Wow, sir. That's wrapped right up in that one. Okay, so the Knight of Cups, he's coming in. And that is the relationship of that person. But they're going out and they're going, what does that tell you? And I said, well, and they go, who is that person? I said, well, that's the third person, third wheel. And they're going, and so is this one. This Knight of Swords, that's the third person, and they're taking off fast. Because they just done realize that this is not what I want. And that person might have been putting their best foot forward, but the sense is there's a lot of actions here. We see that this person is just not what they thought they were made of. Okay, they thought they were on the peace and serenity train, choo-choo, and they ended up being on the chaos troublemaking train, chugga-chugga. And that's where they end up, is in that way. And so really what this is a sense of realizing the third party is the one that's going, wait a minute, none of this is lining up. And they're seeing this, and now they're going off in a new direction. So it really is. See, this is the point. I think we've passed the point of making things work with that third party. Because there's this point I was saying, some people might be in and amongst that flux. Some people might be just introduced to this third party. So respect. Keep your boundaries, right? And don't jump too quick. Because the sense is here that we're going to realize things over time. If you're lucky, we'll realize it before it's too late. Because the sense is these two that are caught up in chaos, they're just caught up in chaos. They're not letting go of each other for no money. They like the chaos. There's an addictive quality there. Codependent? Sure, absolutely. And it may even be drug, alcohol, things in and amongst that mix as well. That keeps them stuck in there. There's no clarity of mind to get them out of it. This could be as well. But that third person is going to be set free, is the sense I get with the Ace of Swords. Why? Because they're starting to see the truth. They may not have got the truth from the partner, which is sad. That's sad. But they're seeing it with their own eyes and going, this person's not adding up to their words, or their actions aren't saying da-da-da. And it's just all gonna make sense in the physical side of things. So that is pretty clear cut there. So I'm going to go, man. Yeah, so crisis point. So for some, they need to see this. You may be the third party, and you may be just kind of white-knuckling it. And you may need to hear this in order to go, yeah, validate the instinct is really what I'm getting. And some maybe just opening the door to this. And again, same-sex relationship is something that there's like a safety in there. But again, and beware too, like, I mean, I don't know, I'm picking up this lightly, but I'm still picking it up. Sometimes people in relationships, okay, if you have a masculine and a feminine, they're in chaos making mode. They go out to whatever, another masculine and feminine, so same sex. They're not taking it seriously. I think in the circles, people understand this, like they are not in that way. I'm not saying that person is or isn't. I'm just saying they're not taking it seriously enough at that point that they go outward. Because it's kind of just, they're being pushed outward, indignant. You know, they don't know. They're just kind of playing with things lightly. And that's an insult. So again, keep your boundaries if you can. You're guided. You know, there's something wrong here. Something off with the way they come at you. It's not right. So, in that way, beware as well. Because, you know, too many people get caught up in situations like that. And one falls and the other one never did take it seriously. So, it was never going to go anywhere. You know, this kind of thing. So, there's danger to that. Okay. It's just, and again, people will have an instinct for this. It's not just going to come out of nowhere. So I'm going to give a numerology card here because I felt guided to. They did tell me to get this deck out as well. So I'll shuffle a little bit of that. And then I'm feeling special today, so I'll give 3 cards. I'll give a TLC card last because they're nice soft energy. And then we'll also give Divine Animal. Harsh, man. This is harsh stuff. You know, it's not all love and light out there. It looks like it on the surface. It does look like it on the surface, but it ain't underneath. And that's what's going on here, is that people are pulling off a little bit of peacocking, but underneath the surface is just black tar. There it is, healing. Popped out. I couldn't shuffle. 66. Speaks to healing. Yeah, both these people need intensive healing. Long line of healing, not only with them, each other, which I do not see happening. But they need healing in order to go forward into a new spiritually ascended relationship. Because there's a sense here of wanting to ascend past this. But if we're attracted to the chaos, and again, it's addictive behavior, no matter. Not meaning that drugs and alcohol, but the personality is addicted to the other person. Why? Because they get a rush. There's a rush they get with the arguing and but they don't realize it's a bad rush. It doesn't get you anywhere. Like, these are the people, they're kind of addicted to adrenaline, or, you know, and this may be cycles that they've had in their past, in a way of not good things going down, but they're addicted to that energy of excitement, of chaos, and whatever. And it's like if they sat in peace, they wouldn't feel good. But that's what they got to learn. That's what they got to heal in themselves, is to be able to get to a point in their life where they can appreciate the serenity and the peace and the quiet, because it's really not for their highest good. It's a very immature energy. Lack of growth here all along. Lack of growth. Lack of taking the right roads. Not wanna. So this is the thing. There's a lot of healing that needs to happen within both of these people, and also within themselves before they even go out to anybody, you know. And I think that's the third party is really seeing that. Like, this is beyond me. And the third party might even be more highly ascended. Because I feel a sense of one of the persons trying to fake it. You know, they're trying to fake that they're on that same level as that person outside of the relationship, but they're really not. And this is the cracks that are starting to show at this point. And this is why that other person's just running in the other direction, like, whoa, holy, Okay, now it's like neon signs, right? So this is what they're coming off with. Okay, so it's shuffling in the background here. The animal card, just give me a minute. So the healing, a lot of healing needed here. Yeah, there was another tarot reader. I think it was what is her name? I listened to her a bit there, and she was saying anyway, hurt people hurt people. And that's really what's going on here. These two people, they hurt each other and they just keep doing it. They're in a cycle of doing it. Gonna keep doing it. They'd rather do that than love someone else. That's the sad part. And this is what that other person outside of them has realized. Well, they'd rather stay and fight with someone they don't care about, or that they're hating on, right? Hating on energy. They'd rather do that than be in love with you. And so they're running away to try and find like salvation from that. Trying to find, because this person, I don't think they kind of got duped. Well, they did in a sense, because that person was pretending to be different, but they really weren't on the inside. And now again, this is being revealed. Okay, the animal card we get. Boom. The beaver. Man, he's coming out this week. Work. Okay, there's lots of energy here. A work could symbolize literal work, your job, putting a focus, more of a concerted effort in your job here. And it could also symbolize, you know, the need to work more towards healing for the people, the couple. Work to either get out of the relationship, but really there's no option. They're going, there's no option here. We need to get out, and we're forcing it to stay, and it's not supposed to stay. That's why we're having such a hard time, by the way. It's because we're meant to get out, and we're staying in, and the universe is going to separate you one way or another. But they're going, we just don't know what it comes down to here. But we're really hurting each other. And what is the gain there? There's just there's no sense here. It's all nonsense. 7 and 2 is 9, and that's about, whenever I get a 9 universally, I don't know if it jives with numerology, but this is just, again, my own secret language. When I get a 9, it means get to work. Go focus on what you're supposed to be focusing on. And it may be a relationship, it may be job, it may be work, it may be, and it may also be a spiritual area where you're needed. Because a lot of times when we have a 9-9, that means go and spiritually where you're needed. 9 is get to work, like do whatever you need to do in the physical, and then 9-9 to me is do what you need to do spiritually, and then 9-9-9 is kind of like we're on our way here, like we got to accomplish something spiritually above. Yeah, they're giving me just a minute here. The 6-6, they're because the 6-6 is on the healing card here, giving me goosebumps because the 9-9, right? And 6 and 9 are, you know, really what it takes me to is balance. Whenever I see the 6-9, it's about the yin yang, how they fit perfectly together. Or 96, you know, 6-9 fits. The curve of one goes into the tail of the other, and it's a smooth, fluid motion. The balance. We gotta get to our own balance within our own self, and we gotta get out of the relationship because it's just not healthy. Period. Then we gotta focus on our own balance, and then we gotta focus on balancing so that we can deal with that person outside of us. But if we're not doing any of those, we're kind of putting brick by brick on top of us to make it harder to deal with this relationship. Everything we're doing now is kind of making it harder in the future to deal with this. You know, each moment we let pass by without making change is making it harder. Okay, they're going, thank you. That's what we needed to say. Each moment that we go without making this decision that we know we need to make is making it harder in our life to move forward. Not only are we going to lose, because some people have lost that partner on the side, and some people are going to lose that partner on the side, and some people have the ability to thwart it and change it. Though I do not feel that the energy's high for this. I feel like this is part of karma themselves, right? Because again, incurring karma in areas where we had a clean slate, we could have, if we would have left then, we would have been okay. We could have had a very flourishing relationship. Now we got so much karma incurred, it's just going to be hard to move forward. But anyway, going back to the work card here. 27, the beaver. 9, again, 6 and 9 is a lot about the yin and yang within us. And again, the masculine and feminine side, balancing that. And also taking into account spiritual work that needs to be done within our own selves. Emotional work that needs to be done within our own selves. And that's really what's not happening here. And that's why we're going out in bitter and resentment. Because it's anger. Well, it's sadness that's turned to bitterness, that's turned to anger, that's turned to resentment, that turns to shouting, that turns to fighting, that turns to... it's just a devil's trail. So I feel like it's going to be work no matter. From this point on, no matter, it's going to be work to get out of it. If you choose to get out of it. If you don't, it's still going to be work. It's going to be harder work. So you kind of have to reclaim your power here. Somebody has to stop the chaos and just go in another direction. There may not be a direction here for you to go, but there's a single road that we got to get on that trail. TLC card. A purpose for all things. Rainbow, right? There's a rainbow here and a trail leading the way. Okay. Life is a mysterious progression of individual evolution. It can be hard to understand and even more to accept why events manifest the way they do. You may be wondering, sometimes desperately, exactly what purpose each experience serves, yet the answers still elude you. Take comfort in the assurance of knowing that everything you live through carries a personal promise of resolution. You will, in accordance with divine timing, reunite with your loved ones and find the healing and happiness that you seek. The divine ways are exacting and beautifully just. Today, do your part by replacing cynicism and bitterness, would you know, with optimism and trust. For you are indeed deeply loved, and your life is carefully thought out to suit your soul alone. The very soft energy here as I'm mellowing out from all this energy, right? I'm going to repeat this. Today, do your part by replacing cynicism and bitterness with optimism and trust. For you are indeed deeply loved, and your life is carefully thought out to suit your soul alone. A purpose for all things. So the sense is, this relationship had its purpose, had its day. At this point, we've incurred karma beyond what we were charted to, and we may have to work hard to get out of it, but that's the thing here. We need to do what we feel. Again, go to our happy. If we just disconnect everything and we point to our happy, where is that? That's what they said for me to tell you. If we disconnect from everyone's opinions, everyone's push, and we just point in the direction of happy, what makes us happy? They said that's what you need to focus on. That's what you need to deal with. Okay? So the beaver, the healing, and the purpose for all things. So hopefully that helps someone out there. It's a very strong energy. Sorry, I get very involved emotionally in the readings. And again, it's not my own personal. It's just that's how I express it. I have to kind of express it in order to let it go. But again, you got to do what's for your highest good. And when you're fighting and squabbling, and you can't make no headway, there's decisions that have to be made, and people are avoiding these. I think a lot of times they don't want to deal with that, but in order to go forward smoothly, we have to deal with that. So that is the crisis crucial reading. I'll rename it for next month. The crucial reading for this week. Again, hopefully that helps you. I was guided to bring that out because there's kind of energy that's kind of in between the readings. Somebody's not getting enough from the reading, or just an energy that needs to be expressed here for somebody somewhere. So hopefully that helps you see things clearer, or even validate, because I do feel a lot of energy for that third person. Like, yeah, run. Run as fast as you can, because, you know, things are going to blow. It's, you know, foresight as well. We're just guided in places where we want to get our best, our highest good. And some people get caught up in the chaos, and it doesn't matter for our highest good anymore. We're just trying to make other people's lives miserable, and that's not right. But some people do that. So that's really, I feel like there was a good egg in and amongst a chaos-making machine of two, and that good egg is finally seen that they do not belong there, so they're going to find happy on the other side of that. So take care, guys. Have fun, be kind, and we will talk to you soon.